Dr. Isaac Asimov was an American writer and professor of biochemistry at Boston University who loved writing science fiction novels. While working on some of his fiction novels revolving around robotics, Asimov came across a peculiar issue with robotics that every engineer working with robots should think about. If robots are so much better than us at everything that they do, why would they need us? Why would they not rise up against us and then later take over the human civilization? Well, that's a scary thought, and you also might have that thought might have also come in your mind before. Well, to fix this potential issue, Asimov came up with 3 laws which, when properly programmed into the robot, would ensure that robots do not rise up against us or the robots do not harm the humans. These laws are: the first one, a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. The second law, a robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. That means that if a human gives an order to harm another human, then it's going to conflict with the first law because it says that a robot may not injure a human being. So in that case, it's not supposed to obey that order. And the third law, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or the second law. That means if a robot has to harm a human while protecting itself, then it's not allowed. Its priority is to make sure that it's not supposed to harm the human being. And secondly, if a human orders the robot to, to destroy itself or to destroy itself, then in that case, the robot must still obey the human and go ahead and destroy, because that's the second law. So these are the laws in the order of priority. So I'll just repeat these laws again. The first law, a robot may not injure a human being or, through its inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Second law, a robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. And the third one, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. While the 3 laws are attributed to robotics, they mainly deal with artificial intelligence as whole. So anything that is any system that is being built, which is AI or which is a smart intelligent system, then we should always program these laws into it. Some of this thought process was explored in the plots of famous movies such as The Terminator, The Matrix, Astro Boy, and iRobot. If you have some free time sometime, do go ahead and watch these interesting robotics movies. The lesson you should take from these laws and the movies is that while robots are tools that we build and use, we should treat them with respect. When you design robots, keep in mind that they are built to help humans and not to harm us. Over time, as you build more and more advanced robots, make sure that you keep these laws of robotics in mind. I trust you. We sincerely hope that the very advanced robots that you are going to build over time, you're going to program these laws into it so that the robots that you're going to be building don't harm humans. They should be there to serve humans and help humans become better, not the other way around. And keep these points, very important points, in mind. And that's the reason why we have covered them right in the beginning before you start building your robots. So now we know some of these very critical points that we need to implement or program into our robots. So now we're good to move forward. And in the next video, we're going to learn about the anatomy of the robots. So now that we know some of the critical points that need to be, some of the critical laws that need to be programmed into robots, we are good to go, and we are good to learn some of the more in-depth concepts of robotics. So in the next video, we're going to learn about the anatomy of robots.